All right, so as I was just saying, the question boiled down to, it had all these numbers in it. The question boiled down to, how long did it take him to run 1 mile? How long did it take him to run 1 mile? Then it gave you these 4 answer choices. And like I said a minute ago, looking at just the question and trying to figure out which answer choice made sense, I could understand why you may have missed it. What I can't understand is if you had worked out all of the answer choices, how you would miss it. So my suggestion, and hopefully we're learning from our mistakes, my suggestion as we go through is to make sure that we are checking all our answer choices to see if it makes sense. Because honestly, the 5.3G, the one where you have to pick which equation would answer this question, that's, I don't want to say one of the more difficult questions, but it's some of the types of questions that are more frequently missed. But it doesn't have to be that way if you'll show your work and work out each of your answer choices. It doesn't have to be that way. So let's look and see which one of these makes sense for how long did it take him to run 1 mile. Emma, we'll do the one over on the left because I always read left to right. So what would be the first thing I'd do?
You would do 60 divided by 30.
And what is that?
That'd be 2.
2. Thank you. Now we have 2 divided by 4, which is 2 divided by 4. Can it be done? Yes. Can it be done? Yes. But it's going to equal a half of a minute to run a mile. So does that answer choice make sense? That one doesn't make sense. Some picked it, but only because we didn't check our answers. Please learn from this to check our answers. Drea, let's look at the second one from the left. What do I do first? This one. The second one from the left. First one, second one. Good.
You do 60 times 30.
Which is what? 1,800. Yeah, because if you do 6 times 3 is 18, then add these 2 zeros. All right. This is going to call on somebody for a difficult problem. She's not here. Travis, 1,800 plus 4. 1,804. So if you selected this one, you just said it takes him 1,804 minutes to run 1 mile. That seems silly. That just seems silly. That even I, as out of shape and lazy as I am, could probably walk a mile far, far less time than that. So we have to check our answers. Oh, let's see. Next we have Caitlin. Where do I start here? 60 divided by 4. Do you know that answer? Have you figured that out yet? No? Soraya, what is 60 divided by 4? 15. So now we have 15 times 30. Sumeda, what's 15 times 30? Do you know? All right, what's 3 times 15? Good, 45. And then I take and put that 0 there. So this answer choice said it would take him 450 minutes to run 1 mile. Let's see, 1 hour is 60 minutes. 2 hours is 120 minutes. 3 hours is 180 minutes. 4 hours is 240 minutes. So we're getting into hours to go 1 mile. About who?
About 5 hours.
About 5 hours to run a mile. Okay? I'm begging you, work through all the answer choices on these, because they're not difficult. None of these equations, there were all 2 steps. All you had to do is 2 steps on them. Brinley, what do I start with?
60 times 4.
60 times 4, which is what?
24.
240.
Although, it didn't even have 0 in the back.
Divided by 30. Isaac, 240 divided by 30?
8.
8. Now, if you didn't know how to set up the equation, and all you did was solve each one of those equations, and then ask yourself, which one of these would make sense with the question, how long would it take him to run 1 mile? You would be able to figure that out. In fact, if I gave these 4 equations on a test and said solve these 4 equations, 97% of you are going to get all of these equations correct. But I'm begging of you, when we have problems like this that say which equation would answer the question, whatever the question is, check each of the answer choices. It will make your life better. You'll be able to go home and go, boom, Mom, look what I got. 100, baby. And Mom will go, don't call me baby. That's what she'll say. I don't know why she'll say that. Boom.